Did Icelandic glaciers have an impact on the Iceland and the people living on it?
Glaciers cover 11.1% of the surface of Iceland, and Vatnajökull, the world's biggest glacier after Antarctic, can be found here. Over the years, falling snow build up glaciers. They form when snow remains in place long enough to get packed and transformed into ice.
Olaf Johansson, a professional glaciers guide, is passionate about everything involving volcanoes and glaciers. He answered our questions.
Is the lack of vegetation in Iceland linked with glaciers activity?
First, the glaciers melting provoke regular overflows with lots of mud that prevents nature's development. Natural disasters happening every 3 to 10 years, it is forbidden to build any infrastructures or houses in those areas.
And second, in the 10th century, settlers needed building materials for housing, cooking, and warming. The wood was essential for those needs. Before their arrival, the island was covered with 35% of trees, in contrary with now, where trees are missing.
In which condition glaciers release water?
When glaciers slide down to ablation area, ice gets warmer and melts into water. It is a natural living way of glacier.
When underneath volcanoes erupt, big amounts of ice melt quickly and huge mud rivers appear, destroying everything on their way. They usually last for 2 to 5 days.
Water pockets are sometimes created into the glaciers and are released when the pressure is big enough to break the ice. It creates big water flows.
Do glaciers impact on Iceland's landscape?
Under accumulation of snow pressure on the top of them, glaciers slide down valleys at a maximum of 1 meter per day. On its way, it makes frictions on mountain rocks that jigs valleys and changes the landscape.
Is the water coming from glaciers used to create energy?
Of course, they use water from the rivers and waterfalls to create electricity. But it's difficult to exploit the glaciers' water because of their movement. They are so fast that you can't prevent anything. Furthermore, there are too big risks of overflow and so destruction of expensive infrastructures.
To conclude, glaciers don't have actual impact on the living condition of Icelandic population and on the island itself, except the creation of big uninhabitable and unfertile areas.
However, they scatter the landscape, created uninhabitable and infertile areas which Icelanders left to nature.